Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that is close to the heart of many new moms struggling with low milk supply. If you're feeling like you're not producing enough milk and wondering if it's too late to make a change, don't worry, there is still hope. I will guide you through some practical steps that you can take to increase your milk supply, troubleshoot latching issues, and make sure your baby's getting what they need. Before I get started, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, comment on this video. All of that is going to help my channel grow and help me to keep making videos like this for others. So today I'm going to tackle a specific question that I found in a Facebook group. So I'm going to read that question off to you, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So the question was, I am 4 weeks postpartum with a really low milk supply. I pump about 8 ounces a day, if that. My baby doesn't latch well. It's hit or miss. When she does latch, I'm not even sure if she's getting anything. Can I still save my milk supply? All right, this is a common concern and can feel very overwhelming, especially if you're exhausted from pumping and feeding around the clock. So I want to reassure you that it is absolutely possible to boost your milk supply even at 4 weeks postpartum, and to improve the latch with a few targeted techniques. So first, let's talk about what's happening with your milk supply at the 4-week mark. By this time, your body has had some time to adjust to breastfeeding. It's common for supply to feel low if there have been some latching challenges or if pumping alone hasn't fully stimulated production. But the good news is your milk supply is incredibly responsive. So with some changes, you can absolutely increase production even after those first few weeks. Now let's tackle the pump output. You mentioned you're getting 8 ounces a day. So that's a starting point, and with consistent effort, you can likely increase that. So here's some practical tips to try. First, increase your pumping frequency. Milk production operates on a supply and demand basis, so aim to pump every 2 to 3 hours, especially during the day, to signal your body to produce more. This may mean adding an extra session or two to your day to reach about 8 to 10 pumping sessions within a 24-hour period. Next, try power pumping. Power pumping is a technique that mimics cluster feeding. So you pump for short intervals over the course of 1 hour. For example, you'll pump for 20 minutes, rest for 10, pump for 10 minutes, rest for 10, and then pump for 10 minutes again. If you do this once a day for a week, it can really help boost your supply. Also, you want to check your pump settings and fit. So adjusting your pump settings for a suction level that is comfortable but still effective, and aim to mimic the rhythm of baby's nursing. So you want to make sure you check the flange size is right, because a poor fit can reduce output and make pumping uncomfortable and end up giving you some very sore nipples. So that's an important concept. The flange is the part that goes into the pump, and it does come in different sizes. So remember to stay hydrated and nourished. Your body needs extra nutrients and extra fluids to produce milk. Focus on staying hydrated every day, all day, eating really good, wholesome, balanced meals, foods like oats, nuts, leafy greens, even herbal teas will help support your lactation. Okay, next you mentioned the issue of latching, that your baby's latch is hit or miss. So latching can be tricky at first, and there's some tips I can help you with to make it a little more consistent. First, you want to work on your positioning of the baby and the support. So try holding your baby in positions that make it easier for them to latch deeply. When we hold the baby in such a way that the baby has to pull their head forward to get to the breast, they just don't have that strength to do that. Sometimes the football hold is recommended. I seem to find that the football hold is a little awkward, but it works for some people. So give it a try, but make sure you have some support under your hand so that when you're doing the football hold, you maybe have a pillow underneath so that you're bringing that baby nice and close and they don't have to reach their face for the breast. So you want to use pillows, cushions, or even blankets. I find that blankets are really easy because you can kind of mush them up in a specific different combinations so that they are just in the right place for you. And you want to make sure that baby is like tummy to tummy with you, really, really close. And that'll help encourage a deep latch. Wait for your baby to open their mouth wide, like a yawn, before bringing them to the breast, and aim to get as much of the areola in their mouth as possible rather than just the nipple. This is going to help them get a better grip and to draw out more milk. Now they can feed with a shallow latch, but it's just they're not going to get enough, and that's also going to contribute to you not getting enough stimulation if their latch is not deep enough. You can also try hand expressing before latching. Sometimes a little hand expression before latching can encourage your milk to flow, encourage the letdown to start, and keep your baby interested and encourage a better latch. Skin-to-skin contact is very helpful for encouraging your baby to latch and stimulate milk production. So undress that baby right down to the diaper and put them right on you, skin to skin. Always spend some skin to skin time together each day if possible. If you're still having trouble, don't hesitate to reach out to a lactation consultant. They can observe a feeding session and give you personalized tips to improve the latch. I do have a whole video on my channel here about how to choose a lactation consultant, so I encourage you again to subscribe and find that video in my playlists. And many hospitals and communities offer lactation support, some of them free of charge, and they're really a fantastic resource. It can be hard to know if your baby's getting enough when they latch, so I want to just take a look at a few ways to gauge this. One good indicator is counting wet diapers. Generally, after the first week, a baby's going to have about 6 or 8 wet diapers per day and 2 to 3 bowel movements per day if they're getting enough milk. So regular weight checks are the most reliable way to know your baby's getting milk. Pediatricians will weigh your baby at each appointment. You can also use a baby scale at home to monitor weight gain. So weigh your baby before and after a feed, and you will see 2, 3, 4 ounces bumping up in there after the feed. So that should help you feel like you know he's getting enough. During nursing, you want to listen for swallowing sounds. You can see them actively sucking and swallowing. Listen to the baby. It might seem subtle at first, but you'll get the idea that they are getting a good feed. And once they're finished feeding, if they feel content and they're not still fussing, that's a good sign that they're happy and their tummy's full. Just remember to burp them, because that can cause all issues afterwards. So they may seem content, but still a little uncomfortable. Make sure to give them a good burp. Lastly, remember, struggling with milk supply and latching issues, it can feel frustrating, but you are not alone. There's a lot of moms out there facing those challenges at different parts of their journey in breastfeeding, and support is available. So give yourself some grace and acknowledge that even small steps toward increasing your supply or improving the latch are significant. Breastfeeding is a journey, it's a process, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. So whether you are exclusively breastfeeding, supplementing, or pumping, know that you're doing a great job taking care of your baby. The fact that you're watching this video alone shows that you want to do what's best for your baby. Thank you so much for watching. If you are struggling with low milk supply or latching issues around this 4-week postpartum period, I hope this video has helped give you some practical tools to try. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss my weekly check-ins with first-time mom, Kess. I'm going to follow her through her 4th trimester when she brings her baby home, and we'll have lots to talk about. See you there.